Welcome back, guys. Today we are at Windrock Off-Road Park. We're here with my buddy Tommy. Brian's back there behind the camera with Ryan, and we are headed to find this mysterious train in the woods. So, are we ready to go find this thing?
Of course.
We've been riding, getting muddy. We're all behind Brian. Go ahead and show him what Brian looks like. Hopefully he just got out of the office. He's nice and
Clean. Yeah.
Ripping in front of us. We're all eating sand and grinding our teeth, but we're out here, and look at the views. It's absolutely amazing.
Bruce, I have something really important to say.
Oh, okay.
Make sure you follow the Semi-Casual channel.
Yes. If you watched my video I posted yesterday, did you see the Semi-Casual all over Brian's face at the end?
Oh no,
Oh,
no, I didn't see that at the end. I saw where you mentioned it like halfway through the video, and I was thinking, you know what? I probably should have plugged my channel somewhere in there.
Well, at the end, Brian's just talking like he does usually in Janton videos, and then there's just Semi-Casual over his whole body. So
made it look better at least.
Made it look better. So we're gonna hit the trails and go find this mysterious train in the woods.
Let's do this.
Here we are, folks. I think we made it. I see a railroad crossing sign. Oh boy! Yeah. There she is. Look at everybody done posted up down here. Sweet. So here we made it, guys. Somehow Berkey got us here.
Yeah.
After like how many times we had 2 or 3 turnarounds, but we made it here.
We had 3 turnarounds. You know, the more confident he got, the more worried I got.
That is a problem. But we made it. So you've never seen this. I've never seen the train.
No, I've never.
Brian's seen it before, though. Wow.
I didn't expect it to just be kind of like be parked up right against the side of the hill like this.
It is pretty cool. See, there's like the switcher track right here.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to start this one.
Yeah, this one seems like maybe a lost cause.
This thing is insane.
But it's so
I can
cool,
smell like the oil and diesel smell off of it. Look at this.
Yeah, still part.
Big air compressor right there. Wow. Yeah, this thing's definitely missing. Oh, look.
See the crankcase? Oh yeah.
Wow. We have lots of exploring to do on this thing.
Yeah, we do.
So if any of you are looking, well, if any of you are wondering where this thing's at, we're at Windrock Off-Road Park. What do they call it?
Yeah, it's the Windrock. Yeah, I think you said that right. Windrock Off-Road Park.
Yeah, here in somewhere in Tennessee.
Yeah, Oliver Springs.
There we go.
Oliver Springs,
And
Tennessee.
this was basically a business, what would you call it? I guess the fella bought it and was going to turn it into like an amusement ride, train ride, and this is where she sits.
And it just stayed here, huh?
And then it looks like people, unfortunately, have been vandalizing it and robbing parts off of it, which is kind of sad. Because look, you see the crankcase. These right here must be parts off of it, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. It is cool to see inside the crankcase.
Look how big those rods are. That's insane. Maybe that's a number someone can comment down below and let us know what this thing is, or like what size engine. It's obviously a 2-stroke. It's got to be a 2-stroke. And pretty much all of them were back then. EMDs, I think that's what they're called.
I know nothing about locomotives. Or locomotives.
Or they're a dry sump, so like all that just sits there and oil just drips down and gets pumped back in. Look at the electric generator right here.
Oh wow.
Because diesel locomotives don't actually have a drivetrain. They've got a big generator that spins there and creates power and powers the electric motors down here in the trucks. I have my fair share of electric trains. Model trains, of course. Wow.
All right, so you going up?
I also let you go first.
Oh, sweet. I'm in. You don't want to be part of this?
I don't know if we're going to have to de-spider it for Ryan. Look, there's a spider right there.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's definitely one right here. There's a big one right here.
We need to get a stick then. We'll find a stick. Here we go.
Goodbye, Mr. Spider.
All right, up we go.
Check out the cab of this thing. Yeah, here's
What
a
is inside?
big one.
Wow, that's like an office in there maybe or something.
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to be the cameraman for a second. How do we operate this thing, Ryan?
Oh.
Did I mess it up?
Here you go. Just move it how you. There you
Oh,
go. There you go.
there we go. All right, I'm failing at this. Oops. I don't know what's in here. There you go. That's the bunkhouse.
Another way in over here.
I wonder if people have been bumping uglies in there.
For sure.
This could be an Airbnb.
Man. It's really cool in here, Bruce.
Wow, there's a lot more room than I was expecting. This is so sad, like,
Yeah.
imagine when they parked it here, obviously it was running and working.
Hey, look, Ricky Bobby was here.
I wonder if that was the horn valve. Had to have been if someone would cut it out.
Yeah.
Of course the horns are gone, I don't see those anywhere.
All the
These
old
things-
breakers are still here.
Wow. Definitely had some crackheads in here stealing all the wiring.
Yep. All the copper wiring going. Still cool.
Crazy how it's like got the wood in here. I wonder what year this thing is. It's got to be 50s.
Ooh, we should make that the point of our video. Try to find somewhere.
What year it is?
Let's find somewhere on this thing. There's got
Can
to
you
be.
walk up that side of the engine over there?
Yeah, there's got to be an identification tag somewhere that says something about it.
I'm sure there's gonna be definitely gonna be a railroad person watching that's gonna tell us everything about this.
Yeah, we'll get information, but I mean, we got to have some sort of goal here, right?
Yeah.
That's always fun.
A climax.
Yeah,
Climax of the video is finding a data plate.
finding a data plate. Where the data plate is on these old trains.
We might have more luck on the other side where there's actually light. All right, you want to run this side? I'll run the other side.
Yeah, I'll run this side.
All right, let's go on the other side and see if we can find. Unless maybe there's something inside here. Battery voltage. Someone's stolen all the gauges out of it. This really is unfortunate. Like, this is really cool. And
All the wires have been cut from this side of the panel.
You can see where there was a seat. I know a lot of this stuff is valves and stuff to make it go. And brake valves.
Babe,
All right, let's go explore this engine.
babe.
There's a lot of people here looking at it, so if you hear background noise, you'll know what it is. But I'll fall first. Here we go. That's a giant capacitor right there. Check this out. Big old capacitor boy. Looks like the crackheads got her open but didn't get nothing out of it. Look at that. Big capacitor right there or something. No, that might be an oil filter. That says
oil filter.
Baldwin. Holy crap, that's an oil filter. Oh my goodness. Wow. Look at this giant air filter right here. That almost looks like, all right, there's the turbocharger. Holy crap. That right there
Oh man.
has got to be a turbo. Oh my goodness. Found the turbo. Some kind of a air right there. That must be like to help bring the heat out of your big air compressor right there. Oh my goodness, look at that thing. This whole thing and all that is a giant air compressor because the brakes on these railroad locomotives operate off air. So pretty crazy. All right. So right here is that big turbo I was talking about. Look at all the exhaust manifold or exhaust ports coming off this thing, coming into the turbo there. Something. I don't know. It's got to be some kind of a turbocharger. This thing's massive. It is huge. So if air gets pulled in there, sucked in.
Did you find a tag yet?
Look at this. You know what that is? What is that?
Looks like exhaust.
It's got an intake going in and exhaust going out.
Is that a
Big,
huge
spinny,
turbo?
windy. It's got to be what it is. Like, there's nothing else it could be. I don't think it's like... Is it off the front of the crankshaft? It runs this air compressor here. And then the air filters are right here behind this panel. And then here's the turbo. Like, right there's the intake manifold, where it goes right into it. And this whole big box right there's air filters. And right here's exhaust.
Are you sure it's not intake? On the top side?
It's intake. Right here's the intake right here. Look, if you think about it, it blows through in there, right into the front of the snout of the engine.
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan, look at this. See it?
Can't see anything.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Nope.
Wow.
No.
That is freaky looking.
I'll stay over here.
This is nuts. This is just crazy. Imagine working on these things.
All the space in the world.
All the big, wow. Those are big. See where someone has been trying to
Take them off.
took the nuts off to try to get something off of this thing.
Gonna try to take a rocker with them.
Well, the pistons, these things got to be
Oh, they gotta be massive.
massive.
Probably stick your head down in a.
All right, here's some
liner.
kind of a. We could take pictures of this stuff and then Google it later. All right, photo of that. Should we move on to the next bay? Oh. So these must be the injectors right here. Well, this has to be where a cam's at because if you see the push rods. So the cam's on the outside of the engine, which is crazy. And that must be the injector pump for each cylinder. Yeah, right there. See this right here? Must be like the throttle shaft. See how it goes into the back right there? Here, I'll show the people. So this right here must be the throttle shaft, and then where it goes into the back of each one of these individual injection pumps. So it's like, if one was to fail, it's still going to run. So it's very redundant.
There you go. You're learning.
So the pipe going across the top, is that you said you
That's
thought
got to be
that's-
the exhaust
you
or
thought
something.
that was exhaust?
Or maybe cooling. Yeah, that's got to be cooling because if it was exhaust, all of that paint would be gone. Like,
So
see,
where's-
it's painted. See, right there's the exhaust in the center.
Yeah. So is that maybe like a fuel rail?
It's a two-stroke. It makes complete sense now because if it's a two-stroke,
Yeah.
the exhaust is pulled in midway in the, or the intake is in midway of the cylinder.
Yeah, I see. In the oil.
Sweet. Look at all the oil in there. Yeah, we show them all this. All right, figure this out. There we
Red
go.
button.
Red button.
Oh, wait, never mind.
All these rods and stuff.
If you aim it down, it'll go down.
Oh, figuring it out here.
There you go. And whichever way you want
There's
it
like
to
a-
go, you kind of rotate.
Yeah, this has got, it's obviously, it's just a dry sump system. There's a big oil rail down there, and there's big oil lines going into each crank journal. That makes sense, because you imagine like this thing just splashing around, going crazy down there, and all a bunch of oil. Wow. Yeah, that's got to be like a cooling jacket right there, and then the exhaust is in the center. Big boy. Look at those. I don't know, work on this thing before electric tools came around.
Yeah. Use these big long manual wrenches sticking out of there.
That must be the fuel rail, like you were mentioning.
This.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, because this, like, looking into
Unless
it,
it's a
this-
return.
that looks like oil coming out of there. Oh, never mind. That's definitely diesel.
I think we could get this thing started. You know what we haven't looked for? The starter.
The starter.
This thing must have a
I
massive
bet
starter,
it's- I bet it's incredible.
or it could be an air starter.
Air starter.
You ever seen those on semi trucks before?
Mm-mm.
Where they're so old, you hook just air pressure and it's like,
Is that the noise it makes?
Yep.
Exactly like that.
We're gonna YouTube it later and you're gonna see. This is more of the same.
Yeah, I think if we had the big hammer, we could probably get it started.
You just gotta tap on the starter with the big
A blower fan that blows down on the electric motors that are down below.
Yeah.
It's a theory. What do you think?
I concur, Doctor.
This would be like the holy grail of crack money. Stealing this big old copper.
You know what's funny is everybody's been stealing the wires. I think they just don't know what that is. It's like this one big block of copper, and everybody comes down here and steals the wires.
I still don't see any kind of like.
I don't see any starting mechanism.
Unless
the generator does something.
Maybe the generator is what starts it. If it had like, because I've done some research and I've been told that it takes like hooking up like a portable diesel welder to one of these.
Yeah.
And to power it with like a ton of amps, and that's what starts them. But I could be wrong. Comment down below and let us know. I think the data plate's going to be somewhere down, like where you can walk and see it.
It's going to have to be like closer to the actual tracks.
All right, we're on the hunt for a data plate. Oh, right there. What does that say? That's plastic, so that must be some kind of a. I don't think that's original to this.
No.
It must be like maybe an ID plate for whenever they pass through somewhere. Might be what that is. Maybe it's on one of the trucks somewhere. Spider Daddy right there. Look at that one. Okay, we'll stop. I'll stop looking in the same spot you are.
Making sure I don't miss anything.
Well, right here's the fuel tank. Got that quick connect job.
Yeah. Big, massive tanks under there.
You're gonna crawl underneath it and get a footage underneath the bottom of it. Might be a spider's nest in there. I mean, why not?
Excuse me. Can I use the hammer again, please?
Yeah, if you
Yeah, I can go.
it's in that bag in the back of the
General. Back of the Ranger.
it's not a Ranger.
Those leaf springs there.
It's a General, all right?
Because it's for general use.
Yeah.
It's for general badassery.
I said the general was fired. We needed a colonel.
Right there's where that probably was.
Well, I think I've seen people put them in four-wheel drive when I was using two-wheel drive. I'm just saying.
Which people are you talking about?
Talk about you people. So what do you think, Bruce? Is there a will it start video here or what?
No. Don't think so. You can see where someone's tried cutting like
Is there a will never
a copper wire under there. See it? You
Oh, the
kind of
big
see
one.
it shiny right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. They definitely missed out on those.
Brian, we're trying to figure out what year model this thing is.
Find an identification
It
plate.
used to have the little badge stuff on it. Like this thing is a couple of years ago when I come down here, there wasn't graffiti on it. The windows were all completely in it. All the doors weren't destroyed. Like this thing was really nice looking.
Huh.
And literally in the last probably 2.5 years, they've like ruined it.
Well, let's go tour the passenger cabins. Oh, this thing's way longer than I thought it was. Maybe there was something right. No, it's just someone carved something.
So have you heard the story about this thing?
Yeah, I kind of mentioned that in the beginning of the video.
The guy was gonna make a deal out of it and he pissed the railroad off and said get it off for tricks.
Pretty much. Wow. So this is where Ryan would have, or Brian would have rode
First class?
in a pen with a bunch of hay on the floor. That probably was a bathroom right there.
Where was this thing?
All aboard! Well, that's Spanish, or isn't it?
It's French.
Oh. There's a...
There's a tag. I mean, it's probably just more about voltages and amperages. But is there a year model on
I
this?
bet. I wonder if it was in Canada. Probably make sense for French, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Bird's nest.
In Quebec.
This is definitely like half class right here. The seats were really nice up there,
Yeah.
and now they're not. But
It's weird. It's weird that the
headroom.
seats on one side are pointed one way and the seats on the other side are pointed the other
It is
direction.
strange. There's a lot of headroom in here too.
There
like-
really is. There's a picture of a bicycle on the wall. What's up with this? And this had to have been in Quebec because French is the primary language.
Really?
Yeah, and then English is secondary. So it like says everything in French, but then English.
Hey, that still works. One thing that works for the
Hey.
whole train is this door, whatever you want to call it.
Door shock.
There you go. What do you guys think so far of this? Like, comment down below if you think we should find more trains like this. I definitely see lots of like TikToks and stuff where people are finding trains out in the middle of nowhere. It'd be cool if we could find an actual diesel locomotive that wasn't missing parts.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Very, very cool. A commode. Commode toilet. Jeez, hole there.
No, I was gonna get you your in-ride menu today. We have the chicken cordon bleu, or a filet mignon. What would you like today?
Filet, definitely.
Filet mignon. How would you like that prepared, sir?
With a side of that.
Side of some of this?
Yes.
We actually don't put it on the side. We usually put that on the top of it.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
And we take a little torch and flambe it
Just
a
cut
little
it
bit.
off?
Yeah.
What do you have to drink?
Only water. In this park, they don't allow any alcohol.
This is true. So we're over here testing out these seats. Could you imagine if this railroad adventure would have went through?
Yeah. No.
These are our assigned seats.
Yeah. So yeah, you get on the train.
Yep.
And you're with your wife. She's a little bit smaller, so like this okay,
Is
this
okay,
works,
yeah.
right? But then you sat down and I've got
Across from me.
Yeah, me and you are across from each other. The first thing you think like when you see a guy sitting right in front of you is like,
God.
dang it. Like,
Hope he doesn't stink. And then you gotta say, spread them or close them.
yeah, exactly.
Look at our
Or
feet. There's no leg room.
all the way back. Our legs are still crossed. We could do like a crisscross.
There we go.
We're doing the weave.
This is getting weirder by the minute.
Interlock legs.
And just hope that like the guy like next to you doesn't have some irrational fear of like stopping trains.
Could you imagine? There's the pull cord. Spider web. Ugh. All right, let's go do some locomotive stuff, I guess, and
Or some more
We'll get
razor
some-
riding.
well, that too. Well, folks, that was our official tour of the abandoned railroad train,
It was really, really cool.
diesel locomotive. We didn't find a data plate anywhere to see what year it was, so maybe. I'm sure we got some viewers that know a lot more about these than we do.
There's somebody in the comments that's going to
For
be
sure.
like, I know exactly
That's
what that
a-
is.
Da, 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 da.
Exactly.
They're gonna tell us what it is. This is awesome.
That is pretty cool. Ready to go ride?
Yeah, let's go do some ridings. Okay guys, so on our adventures, we also stopped here at the state prison. We're gonna tour this thing, see if they got any food. Brian's looking parched back there.
I hear they have beer here.
Oh wait, here we go.
They do.
They do, confirmed. This is cool. Got it going? We
Yep.
made it up here. We're all winded because that was an uphill walk
That was a big long
for us
haul.
unfit people. Talk smack, you're gonna have to walk back down with no tickets.
Not me, I didn't say anything.
All right. You ready? This guy goes so bad in here. We've entered the prison. Something else.
Wow. Trap kids.
This is what it's like. And that's what that's like. Well, folks, this concludes this video. Hope you enjoyed the abandoned train. That thing was really cool. I knew there was probably no chance in us being able to start it, but getting out there to check it out was definitely awesome. This prison is definitely something else. Definitely a little spooky. I know we didn't show much, but you'll have to come up here and check it out. I don't think they really wanted us filming too much because that'd ruin the fun for people that might want to come up here. I got the thing in my pocket here. It is the historic Brushy Mountain State Pen. Comment if you guys know what train that was, and we'll catch you later. Peace out.